All right, so continuing, question is, what is factoring? We just practiced distribute. Factoring is going to be the process of separating a polynomial back into a product. So it'll be basically taking this and turning it back into this. Polynomials that cannot be factored are called prime. All right. Now, there are several ways we can factor. The approach we will take usually depends on the polynomial. Today we're going to use the greatest common factor of the polynomial. So GCF, hope you remember that. Now, says in our examples, factor the polynomials by finding the greatest common factor and then check your answers by redistributing. So once we get our final answer, we're going to multiply and make sure that's what we got when we started it. Now, a big tip whenever you're looking for the greatest common factor is you need to ask yourself, can we divide the biggest by the smallest? Because if the answer to this question is yes, that is always going to be your GCF. All right? Now, let's work a couple examples. This first one, 3x plus 12. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the numbers, 3 and 12. Can I do 12 divided by 3? Yes or no? Yes. So, 12 divided by 3 is 4, and obviously 3 divided by 3 is 1. So when I divide that out, I'm going to put the number I divided out outside the parentheses, 3, because that's what we divided by, right? Parentheses, and then when I do 3 divided by 3, I get 1, so that's going to be 1x, and then 12 divided by 3 was 4, plus 4. Now, we need to check our answer. We're going to check it by using distribution. 3 times 1x is 3x. 3 times 4 is 12. All right. Now, let's look at the next one, 7y minus 7. Well, this time, they're both the biggest and the smallest, so they're the same number, which means we can divide out a 7 from both of them. When I divide out a 7, 7 divided by 7 is just 1, and that works for both of them. So take your 7, put it outside the parentheses, and divide it. 7 divided by 7 is 1, so that's 1y. And then negative 7 divided by 7 is going to be negative 1, so minus 1. We're going to check by distributing. 7 times 1y is 7y. 7 times negative 1 is minus 7. And that is what we started with, so we know it checked out. All right. Let's try number 3 now. Can we do 30 divided by 5? Yes. So 5 is going to be our GCF. So let's divide them both by 5. 5x divided by 5 will give me 1x. 30y divided by 5 will give me 6y. And we can check by distributing. 5 times 1x is 5x. 5 times 6y is going to be 30y. Now, I looked and I saw both of them had letters, but those letters were different. So we could not divide by those letters yet. All right? Now, let's look at number 4. Can I do 36 divided by 8? No, I cannot. So I'm going to have to do something additional. Let's go for the GCF. Let's use that factor tree. So 8 here, and we'll have 36 over there. Well, to use a factor tree, you always start out with 1. When I do 8 divided by 1, I get 8. And then try the next number. Let's try 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Does 3 go in there? No. Does 4 go in there? Well, once we have a repeat, we can stop. Now, let's get all the factors for 36. Well, obviously, 1 times 36. Now, let's divide it by 2. 2 goes in there 18 times. Let's divide it by 3. 3 goes in there 12 times. Let's go again. Let's divide by 4. 4 goes in there 9 times. Let's try 5. Nope. 6. And 6 goes in there 6 times. So we've got our factor tree. And we look and we see the biggest number that's in both. The biggest number that's in both would be this 4. So 4 is going to be our greatest common factor. 4 is what we divide by. So we're dividing both of those by 4. Now we look, the letters are different, so we can't do anything with the letters. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 36 divided by 4 is 9. And then that 4 that we divided out, we'll put it outside the parentheses. So that is our answer. When we check by distributing, 4 times 2m is 8m. And then 4 times 9n is going to be 36n. And that's what we started with. So we know it checks out. I'm going to stop the video here. We'll do a few more examples in the next one.